gonna put me in the movie.
Now, how many times have I said that I have the greatest? Woo! I'm a thespian. I have the greatest radio show engineer. What's your official title these days, Randy?
Heather's Flunky. Heather's Flunky.
But I mean, look, we're talking movies and how they help the economy and different things of that. We have Jim Oakes in here, and listen to our music. They're going to put me in the movies. Well, that's exactly what Jim's going to do. He's putting me and Heather into the movies. Jim, so again, like I said, you a very talented man. You've written some music. You've released some music. You've had some success as an independent artist. And now you're going into the motion picture industry.
As strange as that might sound for somebody in Monticello,
there you
Mississippi.
go. So now, is this film? Can you give us the title of the film yet?
Yeah, The Band Forgettable.
The Band Forgettable. So, is it going to be shot all in Lawrence County? Is it going to be shot in Lawrence and Lincoln County? Where all is this going to be shot?
Lawrence and Lincoln County. We're doing some of the exterior shots will be in and around Monticello, and then one scene will be in Lawrence County, and then the rest of it will be Brookhaven, in the Brookhaven area.
Okay, The Band Forgettable. So tell us what, I know Heather mentioned earlier in the first segment that she signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Right.
I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
So we're kind of afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Jim, so you tell us what you want to tell us about the movie. And Randy knows nothing. I know nothing.
He didn't sign an NDA.
That's right. Okay, it's a movie. There we go.
Whoa, yeah.
He signed an NDA.
Yeah, I had to type them and sign them, so it was a real work day for me.
There you go.
No, it's the parts I can tell you are. It's based. They say write what you know, and so it's about an aging indie musician and kind of how his day turns out that he didn't expect it to turn out like. So he has some opportunities to regain a little success, and just how that day plays out is basically what the movie's about.
So I've got to say this. One of the things when Jim called me, and he called me for two things, as the economic developer in Lawrence County, because Mississippi is trying to get back into the film industry in a big way, trying to bring major motion pictures and independent films back into the state. They for a few years, they dropped their incentives, but they finally realized, hey, this did help our economy when we had pictures and independent films and commercials and all kinds of things being shot here. So Jim called me to see if there was any assistance through the state with that. And then he also had a part for me in the back of his mind in the movie. And when he brought me the script, as an old radio DJ, boy, I'm showing my age. As an old radio DJ, that's what intrigued me, because the band Unforgettable. So again, there's a band name, I'm not going to say who it is, in the movie that I recognized. And
let me read my agreement. Hold on. Well, one of the things that's in it is I wanted to have a Mississippi soundtrack to go along with it.
And there's a Mississippi-based band in it.
Right, there's a couple.
Yeah.
I can mention Kerry Hudson has signed on. He will be actually in the movie, and he will also perform an original song for the movie. And the other group are currently looking it over. So
okay,
they've agreed to. It's the Kudzu Kings, if anybody knows who the Kudzu Kings are. But
which I do.
Tentative at this point.
And that's
right.
that's that I know Carrie also, and that's kind of what intrigued me about accepting the part in it, knowing those musicians. And some of you may know Carrie Hudson, even though you may not know that you know Carrie Hudson. Carrie is big in the Austin, Texas music scene, was at one time. Maybe not right to today, but Austin, he was on Austin City Limits more than once and things like that. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I've seen him.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's what drew me to the movie, and it's a good script. It's a good story, and so writing on what you know. So is this movie a little autobiographical?
A little bit. Some of it Some of it's stories that were worked in during our recording sessions that I got from people. So one of the role that Carrie's actually doing is based on a story someone told me about a Mississippi musician. And the rest of it are just little hints and nods at indie life. So if you're an indie musician or you want to know what the life of an indie musician playing in local and regional areas are, this kind of gives you an inside view into some.
See, and I'll tell you what I really like about this too, and I think is really cool about this, and we are going to show you how this will relate to economic development in our next segment. But I think what's really cool about this area is beginning to get noticed a little bit. Because, Heather, we had, what was the one that we did that we showed in Monticello? My mind just went blank on the name of the movie.
Porches and Private Eyes?
No, well, that was done in Wesson, right?
Oh, Blood Country.
Blood Country was also another one.
Yeah, Blood Country was in this area. Porches and Private Eyes. Now this, The Hollers.
Right.
Okay. So, look, I mean, yeah, some of those independent, some of these, Hollywood. But as you're seeing, more and more pictures are being shot in this area. And there's a reason. You look at if you need a small how do you say that word? Quintessential? I think I pronounced that wrong. Quintessential. Quintessential town, Monticello, Liberty, places like that, Tylertown in southwest Mississippi, you've got those storefronts for that. Then you want the more, a little bit bigger town in rural America, Brookhaven, Pike County, you've got that. You've got the wide open areas that you might need, woods, rivers, things like that. You've got that. So we've got a lot of things in one geographical location that makes us suitable or maybe a desirable spot to shoot movies in. And with that said, even with the independent movies like what Jim's doing, Porches and Private Eyes, Blood Country, those things get shown in different film festivals and whatnot, and people begin to discover your area. And there are actually people that have come to southwest Mississippi because they've seen that movie somewhere. Mm-hmm. And so that definitely relates back to economic development.
Well, that and also getting on a bigger scale, and I don't mean to step on your toes, but I'm a radio girl too, so. But no, like with productions like The Hollers, that was a big budget.
Oh, yeah.
And they brought their people in. Their people stayed in our hotels. They ate food from our restaurants, bought food from our grocery stores, used our locations.
Okay, now you do the next segment.
I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead.
It's okay. Just hang on. So, Jim, what else about when do you start shooting? That's a good question right there.
First scene is actually October 25th or 26th, and that's in Lawrence County. And then the big scene will be November 2nd and 3rd is really a bulk. And we're an independent film. We're non-SAG-AFTRA, union. We're not.
Okay, now most people understand SAG because of the SAG Awards, Screen Actors Guild.
Right. I have please don't ask me what AFTRA is.
Okay, that's what I was going to do. What's AFTRA? I know what's after the show.
I believe AFTRA is more for big time radio and another portion of a SAG type thing. I'll have to look that up.
I know
they combined it a few years ago.
It's kind of like ASCAP and BMI and all those type things.
Right,
which is licensing and royalties and things.
It's the union that collects all that and they set how things are done on the set.
Okay. How many, this goes right back to economic development too. How many people, actors and actresses,
right,
and main characters plus extras will this film require?
Oh, good grief. If we've got basically 30 actors with lines, and then we'll have an additional 30-ish as extras for a few scenes.
And do you have all your extras?
We're close.
Do we need to do a casting call this morning on the show?
Actually, we can.
Well, there you go.
So they can... I need about 10. I'm having trouble finding younger people to be in a gig scene. So the email address is tbfthemovie@yahoo.com. TBF, Band Forgettable, movie@yahoo.com. And I really just need. I think we may have it covered. We've got a few people scouring for younger people.
But you can always have an extra for an extra.
Oh yeah, we have a backup for the backup list.
Yeah.
But yeah, between the ages of 20-ish to 30-ish, to be having fun during a gig scene, and they'll just be enjoying music by Kerry Hudson is what.
You're not getting paid for this. There's no economic. There is economic development tied into it because
I'm
you'll
so
drive
ready
to
to
get
talk
yourself
about that part
there.
of it because I'm so proud of what we're doing with that.
Yeah.
But we will feed you. There will be good food coming from Magnolia Blues Barbecue, and also there will be a free show by Kerry Hudson that evening.
Okay, so your pay is
On the
you're going to get
second.
fed, which there's money involved in that. You're going to get
Yes.
a free show, and we're going to talk about how all this relates to economic development in just a minute. But right now, we got to do some economic development. We got to pay some bills. We're going to do that. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and tie all this together. Don't go anywhere. We're back right after this.